Oh man, I don't even know how I got here. Ah man, that's the one thing. I knew I was forgetting something. You know, you can't do a stream without forgetting one thing, and then the dogs start barking. It's just a great start to the stream, guys. Welcome, welcome everybody. I know I have not been on a stream in a while, and everyone who's like, "Oh my God, the kid! How did he get here?" If you guys read the description, it literally said giving my dad a break. You think he's giving himself a break? speaking to himself through my. It's not how that works. He doesn't. Gosh, guys, come on. Be a little bit more attentive next time. Yeah, what is going on, guys? And okay, first off, Callie Cat. First thing she says to me is, "How are those grades?" I'm on spring break, first off, so I don't even want to talk about it. Like I don't want to think about it at all. And then next thing, it doesn't matter because they're good. You guys don't need to ride my grades. I already got my mom doing it, but that's her job. So wait, did I accidentally move the frame? No, I didn't. Okay, but that's like her job, dude. What the heck? God. And if you say mom kicked his butt on the podcast, I think you're a few behind. But that's okay. Let's restart. Back it up. Welcome to the Gen X Talks live stream. Today it's your lovely host, Gen Z Kid, here today. What's going on, guys? I don't really know what goes on anymore. I've been gone too long. I don't know what happens. What do we do around here? But yeah. I'm going to give my take on the Reno trip because I realized I never really got to put in my input. But first I'm going to go through the sheets because apparently there's already some here. Team Upchurch, member for 8 months. Hashtag VOTGN. Just wanted to leave this here. Much love, wise man. I gave you that name. It fits. Thank you, Team Upchurch. Thank you for calling me a wise man. Thank you so much. I know it's for Gen X Dad, but he'll probably thank you on the next stream. Steve Hall, welcome to I'm an Extra. Welcome, new member. Brian Ivany, member for 5 months. He's an extra. Welcome, Brian Ivany. Arbot, he's member for 12 months now. Happy Easter, Friday, 2:59 a.m. in South Africa. No way. You're in South Africa and it's like 3 a.m. What are you doing on this live stream? Staying up, had no idea what, didn't have anything else to do. Well, anyways. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my take on the Reno trip because I thought the Reno trip was really good. But this story begins before the beginning. It's getting a little prequel here. I had an FFA competition. You guys might have heard from Gen X Dad. I had an FFA competition on April 1st. No, March 31st. So the day before the Reno trip, like the day we were driving up there, I had an FA event in Tulare, which is on the way to Reno, but Reno's very far away from Bakersfield. So as I'm getting there, we go through the contest, nailed the contest. I'm not going to explain it to you because it's a very complicated contest. Is like how to run a business meeting with procedures and whatnot. Super complicated, very difficult, but I thought we nailed it. I thought we did so good. We go through the first round, killed it. Second round, killed it. Third round, a little shaky, but we did good. Then I had to leave early before awards. I always say FFA, Brian. I say FFA. I don't say FA. I say FFA. Now you're making me... Whatever. Anyways, like I was saying, we're going down, or we're doing the contest. Thought we did really good. I had to leave before awards, so on the car ride up there for the first hour, I'm waiting for news on how do we do. Oh man, how do we do? We do good. We do bad. What's going on? Come on, you gotta tell me. And then I get a call saying we got 8th place out of 10. I was straight flabbergasted. I was going nuts. I was like, there's no way we got 8th. And then I heard they're doing a recount because some of the judges said there's no way our team got 8th place. It's crazy to me how we got 8th place, and they agreed with me. They were like, there's no way that this team got 8th place. So my teacher, along with some of the other judges, wanted to do a recount, and apparently they did. Apparently they were going to do one, and we still haven't gotten word. And that was on Thursday, so we still haven't gotten word since Thursday on the recount. Whatever. Here we go. Off to Reno, and driving up to Reno was actually super fun because I've never been over the mountains. I don't usually see snow that often in my life, and it was a ton of fun. It was actually a ton of fun. And Nightbot, remember for 9 months? Thank you. Um, Going up through the mountains, it was beautiful. It's like a thick blanket went across like the landscape in front of me. So doing that was really cool. And then coming up over the mountains to see Reno as the sun was setting was very beautiful. Checking into the hotel, it was very windy. It was crazy wind. It was not fun. Anyways, crazy wind for what we were doing. We get into the hotel, and I am not picky, man. You give me a decent couch and a blanket and a pillow, and I'm chilling. I didn't even have a blanket the first night. I was actually, yes, I think I did. Whatever. Well, I sit down on this couch, and it is literally the most uncomfy couch I've ever sat on. I could sit on a plank of wood and be at least just as comfy. It was really bad. But like it had two sections to it, right? The pull-out section, which is right here, that goes into a bed, and that was like rock hard. This side of it was like super comfy for no reason. It was really good, but it was too small to hold like my whole body if I wanted to sleep. And I don't really want to like use the pull-out, because I usually don't use the pull-out couch because it takes up a lot of room, and I don't like to put it back. It's just whatever. I like just sleeping on the couch. And but anyways, like I was saying, sorry, getting a little off track, getting a little sidetracked. Need to get into my stride here. The whole hotel experience was bad, and if you really want to hear all the complaints, because I haven't stayed at a ton of hotels, so I don't really know like the metric, but I've stayed at some nice ones with my parents, so they know. So if you want to hear it, go to the podcast, because they went off. I woke up this morning, and they're doing the podcast this morning, going ham on this hotel. It was a Grand Sierra Resort in Reno, and it was so bad, man. They were mad. They were really mad. I was kind of mad too. I don't get mad very easy, and I was getting mad. Ms. For One, did they change the FFA results? No, they did not. Sandy, nope, you got to keep thousands of family members keeping an eye on you, mister. Yeah. I'm getting it now. David Wagner, there's always the United States Marine Corps. If those grades do not get you into a California college, I'm going to a community college. So yes. Robert Bradburn, I swear I've watched you grow up, but your dad's my long-lost brother. Gen X, don't give a F. Robert, blah, whoa. Gosh, okay. Robert's got some thoughts here. Didn't ask me a question. These are the ones that are like really hard to like comment on, because I read it out loud and then I just go, yes, I agree. So I'm trying to add flavor and some extra oomph into your comment here, and I can't because it's well said. Travis Neese, kid, I just want to give you props for getting on here and being the following act after your father. Big shoes, buddy, but you got this. Just relax. I'm sure everyone can gain something out of this. I'm sure you'll get a few laughs. You know, I'm decently funny. And Michael Dawson saying, nice hat. He's a member for 6 months. He's the one who got me this hat, this Taco Bell hat. I don't work at Taco Bell, but I get a lot of people saying, that like I do, but I don't. I do not. I do not work at Taco Bell. Joey saying some extra oomph. You've never heard that? Or are you just rolling your eyes at the fact that I said it? Because it's something you could say in almost any situation that you can think of. You just put some extra oomph into it, you know? I already said this. Where are we at with the FFA results? We haven't gotten back from the recount. And I don't think they will change. To be honest, I do not think they will change. Knowing FFA, it will not change. That's something that I don't really like. He just owns stock in Taco Bell. I should own stock in Taco Bell. Stimulate. That was really good. I got that one. Stimulate. Hey, kid, what's your ideal job? Right now, I would love to teach. I want to be an ag teacher really bad, and I would love to do that. I don't want this to be a career. It's great right now. I love doing it, but, you know, I kind of rely on my dad. So I kind of want to get off his back at some point. Buck the plumber. When will you be in Indy for F. Fagan? Would like to treat you to dinner if available. I don't think I will be in Indy. Maybe October, maybe, and that's a long stretch. And like I might not. But if I am, I don't even think I'd be able to leave my teachers. Even if I go in October, I'd be graduated, but I'd still have the teachers I'd have to stay with, you know. So I don't think I'd be able to leave and get dinner with you. Michael Dawson, how's your chess game, kid? Hold on, let me pull up our chess game. If you guys don't know, Michael Dawson and I play chess with each other, and he beat me just now, which is not cool because I had him on the ropes for a little bit there. If you guys do want to play me, and you can add me on chess.com, it's just Gen Z Kid 05, and I would definitely play with you. I play with all the people I am. Just challenge me to like a daily game, or just friend me, and I'll challenge you to a game, and I'll play, man. It's 100%. I'm down. Have you decided on a college yet? Yes, Bakersfield College. That's the college I'm going to. I'm going to be an ag plant science major. Beastly B. Well, hey there, Gen Z Kid. How's it going this evening? It's going good. Going good. I'm feeling a little tired, but that's okay because tired is a mindset, and I don't feel tired. I don't feel tired. And you don't have to email me at genzkid@genxtalks.com. If you just go to chess.com, you can add me as genzkid05. Buford update needed. Let them know. Thank you guys for putting stuff in the sheets for me. So there's something I got to say about Buford. Now, if everybody knows about Buford, if you don't know, I raised a goat from June till October-ish, and he was amazing. I loved the guy. He was a great goat. He was a little annoying until we got to fair, and when he got to fair, man, he was like a dog. I loved the guy so much, and I was ready to auction him off and just say my goodbyes. And then Gen X Mom bought him, and we were giving him to Trippy's relatives. Trippy Pineapple, if you know him, they're relatives. But now they're downsizing, and they can't keep him anymore. So now we have to find a new place for Buford. So if anybody knows where I can keep a goat, that'd be cool, because I can't keep him here. Steve Russell, it's 2:10 a.m. here. What time is it there? It is 6:11 p.m. E. Ross, $2. What are your grades like, Gen Z Kid? My grades are good. The only time they fall down is whenever I'm gone for like a week for FFA. Tommy Hanlon, seeing as you're doing such a good job of manning the fort, don't you deserve a sip of Pop's good whiskey? No, because then I get banned for underage drinking, and I don't want to, because I don't drink underage. That's against the law. Joey, your quid, ag plant science major? Yes, that's what I am. Ag plant science major. That's what happens. It kind of sucks because I have to take another chemistry class, and I was registering for my classes, right? Because they had like a little workshop. So I get to school an hour early to do this workshop, and I'm looking at my schedule, like projected schedule, and I want my first semester to be all online so that I can do college while we're on the East Coast trip. So, you know, I'm obviously like only online classes, right? Well, first semester they're like, okay, we're gonna have you take advanced chemistry because you've already taken chemistry, and I was like, yeah, but there's no. I told the lady, I was like, there's no online classes for that. There's no online options, and I don't even want to take a hybrid Zoom class because I don't want to take just Zoom. That's kind of whack. I don't want to do it. And she's like, no. It's like you can take one where you're online half the time and then you go in person like once a week. I'm like, look, I can't go in person. I need my first semester to be online completely. That's why I'm moving chemistry to the next semester. And she's like, oh yeah, it's okay. So we'll just put you for the hybrid class for fall. I'm like, no, I literally cannot take chemistry first semester because you don't offer it online. And they're like, and especially since it's advanced chemistry, I'm gonna like die. It's gonna be so bad. Whatever. And I'm telling her, I'm like, look, I can't take it. This went on for 15 minutes of me telling her, like, she's trying to move it around. I'm like, no, it goes here, and I can worry about when I take it then. It goes next semester, like the next one. Then she's like, okay, well, now you need a science class for like you need a major requirement over here. I'm like, Luckily, you offer soil science online right there. So let me just slide that on over here to first semester, then boom, done. So that was a big hassle for no reason. For no reason. It was just a huge hassle signing up for classes. And then as I'm looking at my fall 2024, so next fall, so in like 3 semesters, because it goes fall 2023, spring 2024, and then fall 2024. So I'm looking along that way. And I have to take multiple art classes in the same semester to be general requirements, which is like, I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to take art classes. Like, I'm fine with one. So I have to take, I'm taking film studies, which is going to be cool. I'll love film studies. And Sandy, it wasn't a counselor. It was like a Bakersfield College representative, which was really weird. Anyways. I have to take 2 art classes, right? So I take film study because that's cool. I like film study. That'd be awesome. And then I need one more, and all of them were like drawing, arts and humanities, art appreciation. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Art appreciation looks like it. I feel like art appreciation with me going, yeah, that it looks good. Oh, why does it look good? Oh, well, it plays on so many levels, and it really, it says so much without saying anything. It's crazy, right? It's amazing. Yeah. So, instead of the other one, I did music theory because I had a lot of friends taking music theory because they're music education majors, so they had to do music theory, duh. And I was like, I can't wait to be in there. And they're like, that was an amazing B flat you had there. And I'll be like, dang, this beat go brrr. I was like, I feel like it'd be funny. I wouldn't have no idea what I'm doing in the class, but it's funny because I have friends. Jason Bertrand, did the studio get moved? It did. It did get moved. I'm pretty sure on the last one of the other Facebook shows, he has like a little time lapse of it. So, and he does have a time lapse, so he will show the YouTube one, like YouTube show it soon. Sandy, well, that's cool, but what happened to teaching? Okay, I'm an ag plant science major. Get my associate's degree transferable to Fresno State to be in ag education. It like goes into that. So yeah, that's where that goes, because you need a bachelor's degree and a teaching credential and some communications certifications to be a teacher. Dr. Jekyll, Clemson, South Carolina is the best ag college in the country. I bet it is, but I don't think I can get into Clemson. And if I could, who's going to pay for me to go all the way there? I'm in Bakersfield, man. Explain what ag plant science is for those who don't know. Okay. Ag plant science. It's the degree I need to get to Fresno State to get this. It's the one. It's like the first stepping stone. Do I know what plant science is? I'm learning about soil and plants. I'm like that dude from The Martian, but I'm not a botanist yet. Being a botanist would be so funny because then I just referenced that movie a lot. I feel like a lot of botanists do that. Chris Wilson, $2. You can't drink, but we can. Cheers, Bottom of the Glass Nation. Cheers, Chris. Was it Chris? Hold on. It was Chris. Okay, I was just making sure. Wing One, Gen Z Kid, if you got time on the East Coast tour, stop by Del Val College if you can. Great ag school and where they filmed Signs. I haven't seen Signs. And I know, okay, it's fun to look at colleges, but it's hard. Like, you got to realize, like, the whole point of me going to BC was mainly because I didn't want to go anywhere else. I didn't want to move away from Gen X dad and Gen X mom because they're getting fragile in their old age. Gen X dad, he's really having trouble going around the house. But no, I really need to help them out around here. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to stay around them more. Cartman, member for 2 months. Do you play any contact sport, kid? I played a lot of basketball. I played basketball until sophomore year of high school, and then I focused on FFA mostly. But yeah, I played JV. for basketball. That was a ton of fun. And I wanted to play lacrosse. That I wanted to play so bad. Phoenix Comet Star. It's very admirable that you're pursuing agricultural knowledge and skills as a Gen Z, or as older generations have said, variations working towards a real job. Phoenix, that's great. That's a great way to put it. I feel like not a lot of people appreciate agriculture nowadays, especially like there's a podcast that Gen X Dad and I need to or that I need to edit and post for you guys. It was Gen X Dad and I on the ride back from Reno. So it was crazy. Drop them. 80s basketball or 2020 basketball? There's a difference. I understand there's a difference. I don't know which one I prefer. I haven't watched enough 80s basketball to really appreciate it. So at this moment, I'd have to say 2020 basketball. But there's completely different game styles that a lot of the things you say is wrong about 2020 is somewhat justifiable. And NBA basketball champions prediction, I do not have a prediction. I don't. I really don't. Michael Dawson. Stimulate. UC Davis has a great agriculture program. I know they have a great agriculture program because they host all their... They have an FFA field day and stuff like that. But getting into UC Davis is difficult, man. How am I supposed to get into UC Davis? That's crazy. Also, it's a little late to do that. Michael Dawson, 1967. Oh, I already wrote that one. Or said that one. Tomash, remember for 1 year saying, Gen X kid, I'm Gen Z kid, not Gen X kid. Oh, but then he corrected it right here. Gen Z kid was good. Tomash, he's the man in Israel, number one guy in Israel, guarding the eastern border. It's our guy. Yeah. So Gen X Dad and I over spring break, because it's spring break for me. Woohoo! It's spring break for me. Gen X Dad and I have been working around the house a lot, like repairing and fixing stuff. And there was this one thing we needed to do. It was in his bathroom, or Gen X Mom and Gen X Dad's bathroom. They have like a little section for the toilet. It's like a literal extra door, and it's this tiny little space. It's literally if you put an outhouse on the side of a master bathroom. You know, it's very weird. But it's a little tiny spot, and we needed to put a toilet paper hanger, like a custom one. It's like decorative pipe kind of a thing with a little wood top on it. And you know, nothing goes correctly in the Gen X Talks family household, because we I don't know. Anything we buy, we can't use it correctly. We have to adjust it ourselves somehow. Mostly because the things they send us are a little wonky, or the things we buy are a little wonky. Not because they're cheap, because Gen X Mom is very particular on what she wants, and Gen X Dad will make it happen, which makes him a very nice guy. You know, he put in that extra effort to make it happen instead of getting a new one. So, we get this toilet paper hanger, right? Decorative pipe. So, you know, do the usual. Get the stud finder. Beep. Mark the spot. Go. Beep. Mark the next spot. You know, we go through the motions here. We go through the motions. And Miss Forwatten gifted 5 Gen X Talks membership. Dr. Jekyll, Robert Bradburn, Steffi O'Nurse, Tori Randolph, and Michael Savini are all now members. And Tori Randolph and Robert Brandon and Dr. Jekyll, I'm surprised you guys weren't members, but now you are. Congratulations. Anyways, so like I'm saying, we find the studs. We get some 2-inch screws. You know, 2 of the screws are going to go into the stud. The other 2 are going to miss. So we kind of they're just extra, right? And these are actual pipes, like decorative pipes that like thread into each other, you know? So we're threading it all together and we're going, this is not going to be level. Like, it's super loose the way right here. So I go downstairs, grab steel stick, you know? This steel stick has been hanging on the wall for at least 7 years. 7 years. This steel stick has been in the package hanging on the wall. Let that sink in. 7-year-old steel stick. Oh, well, it's still in the thing, you know. It's still in the package. It's got to be good. But no. He cuts it off. He opens it up and gets a little piece for me. I'm rolling this piece. I'm rolling it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, this took way longer than it should have, but it should be fine now. And he rolls his own. It's JB Weld steel stick, and we're rolling it up, and we're going like this, and it's getting hot in my hands. I'm like, ah, and then I'm like rolling it on the table, rolling it into the ball, crunching it, and like I'm baking, and I'm cooking, bro. I'm cooking. I'm rolling this up, and he's already done. He's already been done. He started after me, and he finished before me. I'm like, how do you do that so fast? I'm still struggling. And he puts the steel stick and he threads it in. I'm like, okay, that should be good, right? It's not gonna move. We screw it in. First thing he does is he touches it. It goes like this. Touches it, just goes. It just falls down, just like that. I'm like, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. So then, what we do is we get super glue. I give him a whole 2 bottles of super glue. He lays like a whole bottle onto it and screws it in there. He's like, oh man, I hope this works. And it does. It actually stayed level. The toilet paper hanger stayed level. So it worked. And then the top piece, so it goes like this, and then it goes up, and then you put like a shelf up here. So it goes for a shelf, right? And he screws it in again. And we actually had to get a wrench. It was like a big freaking wrench to like tighten it down. Whew, excuse me. So as much as I would love to use duct tape, Gold Eagle, it would look bad. And we can't have that. You know, we can't have that. Especially in Gen X Mom's bathroom. She would get so mad. Anyways, this brings me into a great point. I hate super glue getting on my fingers. I hate it. It gets everywhere, especially the super glue we buy. It just like covered my fingers. So for the next 6 hours of us working, sitting, doing whatever, eating, I'm literally, my whole left hand is like covered in super glue. So I'm going, like, it's so bad. I'm like peeling it off. I'm like getting a new layer of skin. It's so bad. And Cartman asking, where can I get one of those sweaters you're wearing? Kid, you mean the super cool Gen X Talks merchandise? You can get it on genxtalks.com/shop. I repeat, genxtalks.com/shop. And you want to see something even cooler? Hold on, let me just. Give me a second. On the back, it has the big logo. That's crazy. Well, yeah, anyways. Weaponized glitter greeting from Switzerland. Whoa. Hi, from Switzerland. What's going on? Weaponized glitter. That is an absolutely amazing name. Phoenix Comment Star. Darn, the gift memberships still missed me. ZEO, let your dad know I'm staying staying white until I get lucky. Oh, okay. Seriously, you're going to stay white until you get lucky that you get gifted a membership? I remember one time I even tried to gift you a membership. Michael Dawson, what are you doing for fun on spring break? Well, what did I do 2 nights ago? So 2 nights ago, my friend Cheyenne invited me to a party / like get together. It was like a couple people. It was a dozen of us just hanging out with a fire pit, just chilling. So it was nice to start off just like relaxing with some friends. I was like, I'm not supposed to see you for a week, please. And then I was like, please leave me alone. I was a little antisocial until I got into it. And I was like, yeah, what's up, guys? So it was a ton of fun to do that too. And last night, I went bowling with Adelina, my girlfriend. That was a ton of fun too. Because I like bowling. And she sucks at bowling. And I'm very competitive. And Women's History Month is over. It was 150 to 25. I don't think it was 25. I think she bowled a 50. So, Ace Diamond saying he's the $2 whore. I don't know. Are you? Like, let's find out. It's a donkey, dude. You're not... It's a donkey. I had to really check into that. I forgot that Gen X Dad is able to change it now. So I didn't know what it was. Yeah, it's a donkey, man. What the heck? Anyways. Who caught the double Facebook live stream last night with Gen X Dad? Who caught that? Because I did. I was there. I was there for the whole thing. I watched the whole thing through and through. It was a ton of fun because, he wanted to do one in the garage. And then he also said he wanted to do a double Facebook stream. And something we realized with Streamlabs is that even though you can stream on multiple platforms, you can't stream to 2 Facebook pages. It's weird. You can go to YouTube or YouTube and Facebook, but you can't go to Facebook and Facebook. You can't do it. You can go to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. But no, don't double up on Facebook. We don't do that around here. So it's probably something technical that's probably really hard to fix that we don't really realize is hard to fix. But it was weird because we just set up 2 phones next to each other and he just did the stream like that. So it was nice. Noel or Noel, I can never say your name correctly because the accent marks. $2. Thank you so much for the $2. No message. He just gave $2 and said, go. Here, take the $2 and go. So thank you, Noel. Noel, whatever, man. Sweets, member for 2 months. Hey, Z, when do we get to make Dad do stuff for Streamlabs points? Look, okay. I need ideas right now. Give me the ideas right now. So, if any of you guys want to figure out how many points you have in the Gen X Talks YouTube streams, put in !points, and you can find out how many green stamps you have. And these green stamps you'll be able to redeem for Gen X Dad or I to do something like take a drink of water, do this, do that. So we want to know. What are some options you can do? What are some options? Give me something. What would you want Gen X Dad to do? And if you really want to know, it'll be 7 million points for a jet, and it'll be 8 million points for Gen X Dad to shave his beard. It's whatever. But I think we do have some points. The store is open for you to get some things, I believe, at this moment. Ace Diamond, $2. I'm stubborn as a wild burro. Well, I can tell because you keep donating $2. A PayPal from Mrs. 4, $20 from PayPal from Mrs. 4 for Mom's dining room table. No, not the dining room table. Gosh, guys, they've been holding that over my head for no reason. Absolutely no reason, because it's I didn't even do anything. I was just following orders. Now I feel like a lot of things have happened in history that are really bad that were because of just following orders. So I get it. But yeah, the only thing we have on the loyalty store, which I don't even know how you access at this point, is a personal Harrier jet. It's 7 million points. And I hope you guys get the reference, because I actually did. It took me a little bit, but I did. Sandy, how many points to get the general in a tutu? I don't think that's a redeemable point thing, but we can bring it up. Yeah, for sure. What do you have to do to earn points? So every second you watch, I think it's every 30 seconds you watch, you get points. If you message, you get points. If you donate, you get points. So just interacting in the stream is the best way to earn points. Robert Bradburn, $1. Thank you, Robert. Member for 1 month. Coke or Pepsi, Gen Z kid? Okay. I'm usually a Coke guy, but recently I've been on a Pepsi kick. So I don't know. I'm usually a Coke guy. I went over my freshman year. I was a green hand officer for my FA chapter, and I went over to like one of the chapter officers' houses and for like a Christmas thing. And I think her dad or her mom like worked for Coke because there was Coca-Cola merchandise everywhere, just everywhere. Their Christmas tree had Coca-Cola ornaments. They had Coca-Cola signs like everywhere. And you know me, I was like, what if I prefer Pepsi? Because, you know, I'm a stupid freshman who likes to just get into arguments for no reason. And it was just very funny because they like, get out. And they held that silence for so long after saying get out that I was like, you being serious right now? No? Okay, cool. Anyways, member for 1 month, Jennifer Whitehead. Cooking for mom. I don't understand what you mean by that. Oh, yeah, we're doing cooking for mom on Mother's Day. Gen X dad and I are going to attempt to cook. I'd like to say something. I know a lot of you guys may not think this or may not believe me when I tell you this, but I actually have some cooking skills. Right, Gen X mom? Exactly. So, I know you didn't hear her because she didn't say anything, but I do have some cooking skills. I'm not a complete idiot. Gen X dad is a bull in a china shop when it comes to a kitchen. I'm going to be climbing all over him to get to the things to just do it myself, but he's going to be yelling at me the whole time. So it's like, so if we want this done well, we let me lead. If we want this to be funny, it'll probably be funny either way. But if we want this to be a train wreck, we let him lead. So whatever, man. It's going to be good no matter what. Mad Jeeper, $2. Thank you for the $2, Mad Jeeper. PayPal from Sammy Joe, $5. Who blocked my comments on YouTube? It was probably that damn bear named 2. I can't check at this moment. I cannot check. But I don't know why your comments are off. Lion, who killed Kenny? You bastards! They killed Kenny. Drop it. I want points for seeing Gen X mom and your sister to do some of the podcasts. That'd be cool. The points are for like simple things, you know. We can't have like super specific things, you know, because like it's not the same. It's like if we have super specific things, like what if multiple people redeem it? You know, it doesn't really work like that. So it needs to be something like take a drink, hydrate, take off your like do the hat thing, or like spin the wheel on something, you know, we could do something like that. Dr. Jekyll, how many points to get a parent-child swap or Gen Z kid and Gen X dad swap places for a day? I want to see, ever wonder what a Gen Z thinks? We have a video like that. He did that to me one time, like a couple years ago. He did, do you ever wonder what a Gen Z thinks? And ambushed me while I was on the grinder. Not the app, the tool. Elizabeth Rojas, kid, you're here. Hello. Hi, Elizabeth Rojas, I'm here. I don't know why, but I'm here. Wing One, Gen X Dad said he's wearing the apron and it's on the way. Great. I can't wait for him to wear the apron. We should have chef hats too. Miss Forwatten, $20 for the studio fund. Thank you, Miss Forwatten, for the $20. It's very kind of you, and thank you for the studio fund. You know, the one that just got moved 5 feet this way. Cartman, thank you for getting my joke about not the app. That was funny. And Alan, thank you guys. You know, thank you guys. Come on, that was funny. Thank you. I did. Thank you. Yeah, that was good. I remember I thought of that. It's like I do that like with my friends sometimes. I'll say something borderline like kind of sus, and for older people who don't know what sus means, it's like kind of on the homosexual side as a joke, and then I'll go like I didn't realize that it could be taken that way, and I go pause. Hold on, pause. You say that. As a Gen Z, that's what you say. That's the lingo. So if someone says something and you're just like, whoa. So instead of saying, whoa, you go, pause. Hold on, pause. Like you catch yourself. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Ace Diamond saying $2, Grinder by Judas Priest. Killer tune. I don't think I've ever heard it. And if I have, I don't know the name. I didn't know the name of it. Phoenix Comet Star, you can't be making those jokes. Zio, you're still under 18. Kid, man, keep on joking around. See, okay, it's super funny. Okay, I thought sus meant suspicious. Okay, it's like the word. It's like how when you spell T-E-A-R, it can be tear or tear. It's like sus has two different meanings, you know? Like how words have two different meanings. That's what it is. Any Gen Z lingo is just pure laziness. Learn to speak. That's not. I never say sus. Like actually, like unironically, I do not say sus. I don't use it as my everyday vocabulary. I like to speak correct English. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people do. I feel like you can't. This brings me to a point I was actually making in my head this morning. A lot of the world's problems today, in my eyes, as a Gen Z, comes from generalizations. A great one that comes up a lot whenever I say I'm from a California school is someone on a live stream said, so you must know a lot about critical race theory. And I said, I don't even know what that is. Just because I go to a California public high school doesn't mean that all the media has... Like, it doesn't mean that I know about critical race theory, because a lot of people think that because of top stories about teachers teaching it and what kids have been doing because of it. So it's like, that is a generalization that all California schools, like an assumption, all California schools teach critical race theory. No, that's not what it's like. And I feel like a lot of generalizations about that, like when I say, oh, all old people do this, like it's not true. Not all Gen Xers agree with my dad. Not all Gen Xers grew up on the same stuff. I feel like a lot of you did because you lived in the same time frame. But I'm sorry to get serious for a second, but that's something I see like as a big hit in America. You know, it's like, don't generalize people and groups of people and things, because you're going to get it wrong no matter what. Because saying that I Gen Z always uses the lingo, they just need to learn how to speak English. Not all Gen Z say stuff like that. Not all Gen Z say that's sus. That's like they don't use that kind of terminology. There's a lot of Gen Z like myself who just say it how it is. Who just speak. You know, and generalizations like that are very dangerous, and don't do them anymore. Anyways, it's time to be funny again. Right, guys? Right, guys? Because segues are difficult. Ms. For One, hey, kid, you'll be 18 in 6 months. That is true. I will be an adult in 6 months, which is crazy to me because I don't feel like an adult. I feel like 17. PayPal, Elizabeth Rolla, $10. Keep up the great work, ZEO, for the studio fund. Thank you, Elizabeth Rojas. That's super nice of you. Anyways, sus, cap, and pause. Okay, I don't say cap either, but I do say pause, because pause is funny. Because, like, you'll say something really borderline, and then you'll go, pause. And just everyone starts laughing. Because then everybody figures it out. Because, like, it gives... Also, pause is, like, gives everybody a chance to catch up on, hey, how is that, like... How could I take that the wrong way? And then they take it the wrong way on purpose because you said pause. And it's funny. Kids, segues are pretty easy to write, in my opinion. No. Segues between conversations. This is the same thing. Segues, like there's two different meanings to the word, kind of like sus. Okay. ZEO, my wife just said you are still 12. Oh, God, just like my mom. Just like my mom. It's so bad. So bad. You may be becoming an adult in 6 months, ZEO, but give your brain 7 more years to develop fully. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Also, I'd like to mention, I know how I just gave that speech about generalizations. I always make jokes about all BMW drivers being bad drivers. They're not. And all women Tesla drivers being bad drivers, even though most of them are. And I had a very scary situation today. I was driving down this road. It's 3-lane road, there's 3 lanes on each side. You know what I mean? And in front of me, I see a Tesla. No, other way around. In front of me, I see a BMW. And then in my rear view, I see a Tesla with a woman behind the wheel. Oh, God. My worst nightmare on the road is coming true. Oh, God. It's so bad. It is so bad. I'm scared to death. I'm freaking out in my head. And in front of me, I'm just like, just driving, But in my brain, I'm like, oh, God, it's a BMW driver and a woman Tesla driver is my worst nightmare. And the Tesla behind me goes right around me, and I made sure to check if it was a woman or not, and it was. And then the BMW tried to cut him off, and he did. And then it went around, and they started like racing each other. And I was like, I knew it. Ain't I been saying it? Ain't I been saying it for 10 darn years? I've been saying it for so long, and people are just now listening. Cartman member for 2 months. Well, here in South Africa, you can start drinking when you're 18. Too bad you're in the U.S. You still got 3 more years toward the hooch. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of time to build up the Gen Z kid liquor fund, Phoenix Comment Star. Oh, that's a good question. ZEO, have you seen the Mario movie yet? If not, I highly recommend it. It's very super. I have not seen the Mario movie yet. That is something I probably should do. I should probably get around to doing that, when I get the time, But yeah, I should. I really should. Anyways, yeah, that was my woman Tesla driver and BMW story from today. That literally happened today. I also saw my teacher in Harbor Freight. You ever have those moments where like you see your teacher in public and you're just like, hopefully he doesn't recognize me. But he saw me first, and it's one of my ag teachers, so we're chill. But I was walking into Harbor Freight, just calm, cool, collected, gonna go get my angle grinder. And I'm start walking around the store. I see, excuse me, sir. I'm like, and then I'm like, are they talking to me? And it's my teacher, and he goes, because he laughs just like that. He laughs like Kawhi Leonard a little bit, Have you ever seen the Kawhi Leonard interview? He kind of laughs like that. And we started talking. He's like, oh, hey, man, what's good? He's like, oh, how's spring break and whatnot? I'm like, I'm only like halfway through. It's pretty cool. I like it. And he's like, oh, I've been doing so much stuff around the house. I'm like, yeah. We have like a little exchange. And he's like, okay, well, see you, as he goes to check out. But I thought that was funny. And then as I'm in the store looking for an angle grinder, I hear him laughing in the front of the store. And it's so funny to me because it's just, it's, I can't take it seriously. It's too funny to me. Everybody who knows the guy, it's super funny. It's too good. It's too good to be true. Another story where I saw a teacher in public was that guy's ex-wife. So they were married at the time. It was freshman year. She was so annoying as a sub. She was a substitute, and it was so bad. She was so annoying. I hated her. She was just like, never gave anybody a chance to be good. Was just mean from the start. And then I saw her during school hours at a Sam's Club, and I was like, oh my God. And then she gave me the dirtiest look, and I hated her ever since. And I'm glad my teacher got out of that relationship. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, man. It's tough. Oh yeah, so segues are amazing, right? Welcome to the show. Hold on, I got you for this segue. You're not ready. You're not ready for the segue. Go. And here's the next segment of the stream. So keep you on your toes. We have chickens in the backyard, right? We have hens, And one of the hens, so how do I explain this? Okay, so imagine there's a fence we built right here, and then there's planters, right? And there's poles like along where we put the fence on one side and the planter on the other. So there's like a little bit of a gap there, and little bit of a gap where chickens are now going in. The chickens are now going into that little gap, and the dogs might have gotten to this chicken, or it got stuck, or it tried to get out super fast and hurt its leg, but it hurt its leg pretty bad, and now it's in the hospital. We had to call Gen Z kid to rush it to the hospital, you know, because Gen X mom was asleep, so I was picking it up, and I actually took my Be Real with it. So if you guys don't know what Be Real is, you look it up. That's why we have Google. Or you can just be against Google and stay without knowing. Yeah, that chicken was like, its right leg is all jacked up. Not super jacked up, but like you could tell it does not want to walk on it. It lays down every chance it gets. So we put it in a dog crate with bedding, food, water. Well, first I made sure it would eat. So I put some food right next to it while it's sitting there, and it's just like, oh, cool, food. And then it's like, here's some water. Put food, water right in front of it. It's like, oh, cool. It will not move to go get it. It just sits there and goes, and it's so annoying, and I hate it. I'm like, why are you just sitting there yapping about, like doing nothing? It's probably bossing me around. And I find it so funny. I find it very funny that I'm rushing this thing around, and the dogs are all inside, so I'm glad they're not out and about, because if they saw me holding this thing, they'd be like, are we getting it? Are we getting it? We're about to screw this chicken up, man. We're about to roll this chicken. The dogs would have gone nuts if they saw me holding this thing and they were out and about in the backyard. So I'm carrying this chicken across the property in front of the tough shed workers, and I put her in a dog crate. Gen X mom put the bedding down, and now we're just letting it recover. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Anyways, what else do I have to talk about? Because I got a lot of stuff. There's this show I'm watching. How many of you guys have watched Mayor of Kingstown? It's on Paramount Plus. Josh Maddox, thank you for the $2. Best bar ever. Circling the wagons. Yeah. How many of you guys have watched Mayor of Kingstown? If anybody's listening, how many of you guys have watched Mayor of Kingstown? No? Nobody? No? Okay. Cartman, you did. I'm on season 2 now. I just started season 2. I actually had to stop the episode because I had to do the stream. So it is an amazing show. If you guys have not watched it, I love it. I love the show. Super good. Like I said, on Paramount Plus, has Jeremy Renner in it. I don't know any other major actors in it because I'm not super good at naming actors unless they're in Marvel. And the show is so well placed. You know, it's like, okay, it's not like other shows where I'm like, that wouldn't happen in real life. Like if this really like happened, like if you put this in the real world, this is not how it would play out. This show is exactly how it would be played out in real life. And it does stuff. It's a premise that I have never seen on TV or movies ever. Like it's crazy to me. It's about this guy who he's like the negotiator between gangs, the police, in this super corrupt city, totally mimicking like a Chicago-esque like area because they're in Michigan in the show, and it's a very good show. I highly recommend it. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah. Anyways, I am going to call it a night for you guys because I have been working all day and partying all night, and I love being with you guys, but a lot of you guys have families, and those who don't have families, you could totally work on getting a family. But anyways, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. That's how long I've been going on. That's how like loopy I am at the moment that I don't even know what I'm saying. So anyways, from everybody here at Gen X Talks, including Gen X Mom, including Gen X Dad, who's up there, not in heaven. He's up above me, one floor. He's going to leave us for a cable show? No, I have other stuff I have to do. I'm not going to watch Mayor of Kingstown. So anyways, for everybody here at Gen X Talks, we will catch you on the flip side. I got to hit the button now. Hold on. Clear? Oh, no, we're not clear. Whatever. They heard me say clear. It's fine. Okay. Is that good? Yeah? Okay, cool. I know, I am. It's whatever. That was actually fun. I wish I could have gone on for longer, but I got stuff to do.